This Berkin 7 came to us after nearly 10 years of frustration. The car ran, but it never really ran right. Hesitation, backfiring, and stalling when pulling away from a stop made it difficult to enjoy driving. Welcome back to another episode of BRG Speed Spa. Here at BRG, we specialize in solving what we call onion cars vehicles with layered problems. You fix one issue, and another one appears. Many of these cars were built years ago and have been worked on by several different hands over time. Even with good intentions, those layers can create problems that take careful diagnosis to unravel. This little red car is a perfect example. It's a Berkin 7, and the owner and his family spent nearly 10 years building it. Most of the project came together nicely, but the car never performed the way it should. The car uses a Hayabusa motorcycle engine about 1,300 cc, twin cam, 4 valves per cylinder, and a sequential gearbox. When tuned correctly, these engines can produce well over 200 horsepower. In a car this light, it should make for a very exciting driving experience. Instead, the car hesitated, backfired occasionally, and sometimes stalled when pulling away from a stop. The owner brought the car to us in October and explained the issues that had been present for years. My apprentice Nick and I started with the basics: compression, leak down, valve adjustment, and manifold vacuum. Everything checked out. But something didn't look right with the cam timing. The timing marks lined up, and the chain counts were correct, but visually the exhaust cam appeared slightly off. So we installed a degree wheel to verify the cam timing. Getting the degree wheel mounted with the engine still in the chassis required some custom fixtures, but once we measured it, the results were clear. The exhaust cam was nearly 22 degrees off from where it should have been. We installed adjustable cam gears and dialed the cam timing in properly. The improvement was immediate. The engine responded much better, and the car could finally pull away from a stop normally. But there were still more layers. The next issue involved the intake system. The workmanship was excellent, but the injector angle caused fuel to fall out of suspension at lower RPM. We relocated the throttle bodies to their original position, which greatly improved throttle response and low-end power. While doing that, we also discovered the throttles were only opening about halfway. After reworking the throttle cable, the engine finally achieved full throttle. From there, we focused on tuning. The car was running a Power Commander piggyback system, but it had never been properly calibrated for this engine. Once corrected, the engine finally accepted tuning changes the way it should. Then, on what we thought would be the final test drive, the engine began cutting out intermittently. We traced the problem to loose wiring connections at the electrical box. Years of vibration had taken their toll. Once those were repaired, the issue disappeared. The next day, the owner returned and drove the car again. This time, everything behaved the way it should. When we put the car on the dyno, the horsepower numbers were a little lower than expected. After examining the custom headers, we noticed the outlet pipes were significantly smaller than what the stock Hayabusa system normally uses. That restriction likely limited exhaust flow and reduced peak horsepower. But peak horsepower wasn't the real goal here. The goal was drivability and making the car enjoyable to drive the way it was intended. Projects like this also highlight an important reality. Work like this takes time and careful diagnosis. There usually isn't a single obvious problem. It's a process of uncovering each layer and addressing it correctly. Because of that, work like this isn't inexpensive, but when it's done properly, the results can completely transform how a car performs and feels to drive. At this point, I'm going to step aside and let you hear directly from the owner and from his daughter after their test drives. Cars like this, what we call onion cars, require patience, experience, and careful diagnosis. When those layers are solved properly, the transformation can be dramatic.
Pumping on it, taking it up to 7-8 grand. He's like,
it?
yeah.
He didn't take it. He didn't go anywhere near a red line.
No. We're in second gear. He's on it, and he's giggling like a little girl, and the car's responding, and we're already doing 65, 70 on the backstretch right there.
When he comes back, let's get him do an interview with him. I think he's pretty happy.
Yeah.
I just can't bring it to red line. It's too fucking much, man. It's like
Is that a bad thing?
no, it's a good thing. I mean, this thing's ridiculous. It's a beast. It's got plenty of power.
Has it ever run like that?
It's never run like this. It's madness. It's really, this thing is just.
That's what
Go ahead
happens.
and fire it up.
Drive it a little more. I'll be back.
Take it up on the wood plank.
No.
Well, that would be a safe place to stretch his legs.
I understand. There's a little thing I want to try. I'll report back. I just have one number for you. 3.7 seconds.
And what does that represent?
0 to 60. 3.7 seconds.
You want to keep it now, don't you?
No, it needs to go to a good home. I'm happy for it to go to a good home, but
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. It's incredible. I really don't think it needs more power as much as you want to. You keep dangling tunes and things.
Well, the thing is, if you drove it for a couple months, after a while, you'll get familiar with that, and you'd want more.
I mean that we will let know the future owner that that's the case, right? But most of all, it's just it's everything it's everything it was always supposed to.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we could help.
Oh, thank you.
It was definitely a mission. This thing was definitely a mission with all the stuff that we found wrong.
Yeah. But that 3.7 number just says everything, right? 3.7. What else are you gonna drive that is like 0 to 60 in 3.7, right?
Especially something this small.
Yeah.
Were you hitting red line at all?
No, it just feels really happy up to like 9,000.
That's close to red line.
And then you just upshift, and then you're just happy places again. So that's kind of how I want it to be driven. I mean, this second time around, I wasn't wigging out as much. It's incredible though. This thing's just incredible. It's a beast.
What do you think of the hood?
Oh, it came out really clean. And the main thing is when you're driving it, it doesn't get in the way of anything. It basically plays well with these two, the chrome tops. The sound is great. We're a little bit worried about if it would get the sound, but I mean the sound is great, and it's primarily coming from the exhaust anyways. It's good sound. It's not on the phone. Very profound technical opinion. I can say that.
That is not the natural order of things. That is not a There's no world in which something like that should exist.
I love that reverse gear.
It's so funny.
Thanks for watching BRG Speed Spa. See you next time.